Turning now to Stormwatch 12 meteorologist Josh Goldworth. All right, it's $1 million question. What do you think will happen with our chances of potentially getting a white Christmas in the Rogue Valley tomorrow?
I think it's looking pretty good. Now, I was explaining this to you off camera, but there's a technical definition of white Christmas. It's that 1 inch of snow has to be on the ground in order for it to technically classify as a white Christmas. It has to be on the ground in the morning. We're probably not going to have 1 inch of snow on the ground in the morning, so by definition, it won't technically be a white Christmas, but I think on Christmas morning, we'll have snow falling from the sky in the Rogue Valley, which, I mean, even though that's not technically a white Christmas, that's pretty magical on its own. So as of right now, we're already seeing some snow falling in some of the higher elevations of Josephine County. Again, I've been referring to this all morning, but we had a viewer call in from O'Brien saying that they were seeing a wintry mix at 1,600 feet in elevation. So it's very possible we could see a wintry mix there in Grants Pass as well. And all this is going to continue working off towards the east. And by the time we're at 8 in the morning, it's going to be right on top of Medford, and this will continue to blow off towards the east. And by the time we are at your evening commute, there is just snow blanketing pretty much this entire region except for some of the lower elevations, but some moderate to light snow falling there in the Klamath Basin over towards Lake County down towards Mount Shasta City. And this will just continue overnight, and that's when we're expecting a transition into snow in the Rogue Valley. And by Saturday morning, again, we're expecting another snow squall to move through. So that's why, even though I said it's technically not a white Christmas, just by the technical definition, we'll probably have snow falling from the sky in the Rogue Valley on Saturday morning. And then for sure on Saturday night, as those snow levels drop down pretty significantly, we'll have snow pretty much everywhere. As our chief meteorologist Matt Hoffman said, it'll look like a snow globe across southern Oregon and northern California. So for today, those snow levels are going to be right at 2,000 feet. They're going to drop down to 1,500 feet overnight, but then the big drop off comes Saturday night into Sunday morning, as we'll go from 1,500 feet all the way down to 500 feet. So that's why we're thinking at this point it's almost a done deal that we're going to have some snow on the valley floor. So some of those forecasted snow totals over the next 48 hours, I mean, they are just ridiculous. Look at this. We could have up to 3 feet of snow falling up at Crater Lake. The same thing applies for Diamond Lake and the Willamette passes. And then Lake of the Woods could also see some pretty significant snowfall. I mean, pretty good snowfall too on the east side passes in Mount Ashland and Siskiyou Summit, but just it really pales in comparison to what we're going to see up at the Cascades. Winter storm warnings are just all over the map, lit up like a Christmas tree in eastern and western Siskiyou County and in Jackson, Josephine, and Curry counties above 2,000 feet. This runs through the weekend. Then we have those winter weather advisories that also run through the weekend, but those are for elevations above 1,500 feet. And then just kind of an aggregation of everything here on the map, and you can see we're in for a long ride over the weekend is what I'm trying to say. So for today, blustery conditions. We'll have those winds gusting up to 45 miles per hour, and we'll have a mix of rain and snow early on in some of our west side valleys. It'll transition to rain pretty quick. Down in Siskiyou County, it should be mostly snow today, and then on the east side, it should be almost exclusively snow. Same thing with up in the Cascades, and then we're expecting that transition back into snow in the Rogue Valley overnight. Some of the winds do back off overnight, and our rain chances will finally back off as we head into the beginning portions of next week. So here's your very active 7-day forecast. Along the coast, we could see some snow. That is definitely on the table as we head into Sunday, as those snow levels are going to drop, as we're going to have an Arctic air outbreak here. And yeah, you can see that cold icon plastered all over the graphic, and for good reason too. And for really good reason, as you look at the Klamath Basin, look at these low temperatures, 4 degrees, 4 degrees, 3 degrees. That is just, I mean, come on, that's ridiculous. And then in the mountains also single digits we're expecting next week, as that cold air from Siberia is going to make a trip to the Pacific Northwest. And then in the Rogue Valley, we're expecting that transition into snow tonight, transitioning back into rain for Saturday, then transitioning back into snow as we head into Sunday morning.
So really just wintry conditions as we move through the weekend, even beyond Christmas.
Yes, the first day of winter was what, Tuesday, something like that. I mean, it feels like we've been through the entirety of winter. This is just, old man winter is definitely here to stay, at least for the short term.
All right, good to know. Thanks, Josh.
Of course.